Welcome to this episode of Hampton Roads Business Live. My name is Rory Graham and I'm your host, and today we have the pleasure of having with us Jerry Williams from Progressive Graphics. How are you?
Okay, fantastic. Glad to be here.
Thank you for coming in today.
Sure.
It's a little warmer today than it has been, so maybe the weather's improved.
Glad to see it.
Yeah, I am too. Can you give us an overview of what Progressive Graphics is?
We have two companies, Progressive Graphics and LG Creative Promotions,
Okay.
and essentially we are a marketing services provider.
Okay.
We started out many years ago as a core product. Printing was the main product we did and offer. We still continue to do that, but we've expanded that over the decades to creative design, offset printing, digital printing, direct mail services, everything associated with mail, promotional products, wide format, and then some other smaller products.
So how long have you been doing this?
I actually went into printing at the age of 17 in 1974, so pushing 40 years. Yeah. So this has been
Wow.
this is only the second job I've ever had. So
Really?
It's been a long career. Yeah,
So
very fruitful.
You must really love it.
I love it.
Yeah, that's good.
Absolutely
That's good.
do.
It's great to do what you love, I'll
Right.
tell you. So you mentioned some of the core services that you have. One that I think might surprise people is the mailing service. Can you tell us about your mailing?
It's very
department?
unique. Now, being in the printing and mailing business at the same time, that synergy of being able to QC the mail before we print, so that we prep everything for print, but our mailroom QCs it to make sure it all works. So it's a continuous process for us while we're simultaneously working on the mail list, processing the mailing list while we're setting up the printing. So by the time the product gets printed, it's seamless. It literally comes right off the folders or the bookmaker or whatever, goes right into the mail stream, gets addressed and mailed.
Well, that would be pretty important to make sure that the printing works with the mailing.
Absolutely. If you don't do it right, it's all about postage.
That could be a nightmare.
Exactly, because most of the time the postage exceeds the cost of the printing. Right. So if you manage the postage on the front end, you can get good value to the customer.
Right. Okay, so there's a lot of printers in Hampton Roads.
Yes.
I mean, almost as many as air conditioning companies.
Exactly.
So, what makes you unique? You've been around a really long time. You must do a lot right.
Yeah, we have a lot of very long-term customers that we've had for literally decades. We have, because of the breadth of the services that we offer, we are essentially a one-stop shop operation. You can come here. We can design the product, print the product. We do a lot of variable type printing, unique to mail. We have a unique envelope printing system that will print envelopes in full color and address them all in one shot. And if you know anything about direct mail, that's phenomenal to have that service available. And then full finishing services, and then the tie-in with promotional products. So we have a lot to offer, and even wide format, a lot to offer clients, and they can get it all right there.
Now, your office is in Virginia Beach.
Yes.
Right? Okay. And but you have online services as well.
Exactly.
So you're not locked into just people who can travel to your place.
Exactly. We actually, over the years, we've developed clients all across the country.
Right.
I have a customer in Seattle, I have a couple down in Fort Myers, up in New York City, Chicago, New Mexico, and these are people that either I've met in my travels, or they at one time lived in Hampton Roads and took job placement someplace else and came back to us.
Yeah.
Or heard about us. That's true. Yeah.
Okay, and let's talk about, you mentioned the promotional products.
Correct.
Can you talk a little bit about that?
Okay, we have a SWAM, it's a SWAM business. My wife is 51% owner of it, so it's a woman-owned operation, and it provides promotional products. I purchased this company. It used to be called Lynn Glasser Creative Promotions, and Lynn and her husband have been around since 1976. And so when I was looking to get into the promotional products business, because it was a good tie into printing and marketing services, they were the people that I bought my products from. So they approached me and they said, well, we'd like to retire, why don't you buy our company? So we did. So essentially promotional products, there's about 8,500 core products that you can buy. A pen is just one product, a coffee cup's another product, apparel, embroidered shirts, screen printed shirts, everything from frisbees to koozies to whatever.
And you're telling me basketballs.
Even basketballs. There's like 8,500 products, but a coffee cup is one product. So you can imagine the depth. Anything that you see out there that has a logo on it that's not paper is a promotional product.
And they can order that right from a website.
We do it all. Yeah, we do it direct. Normally what we do is we get from them the theme of what they want to do, Then we present proposals to them. We'll give them a virtual proofs that have their logo superimposed on it so they get a really good feel what the product looks like. We actually can order the physical product in. If it's like a large order, they might want to look at it first. So we handle all that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun selling promotional products.
All right. And so you're able to handle more than the printing and the mailing.
Absolutely.
So if they want.
Absolutely.
Okay. And you're a green printer too,
Yes.
right?
Yes, very much so.
And what goes into that? I mean,
well, we start with the papers that we buy. Most people are under the conception that people run around cutting down trees, that sort of thing. But trees are like corn. They're crop. Trees are planted with the intent to be harvested. So all the paper that we buy these days is a sustainable resource. It's all managed forests. They cut those trees down, make paper out of it. When the paper comes to us, we take all of our trim waste, we call it, all the pieces that we trim out. All of that is resold back to a recycler who converts that back into paper again, and that process continues. You can get a lot of mileage out of that paper. We take the aluminum printing plates that we make and we recycle those. That's obvious product there. The printing inks that we use are pine resin and vegetable oil based inks. We're no longer using petroleum products. But we take those very same inks and when we wash them off the press, we drum them up and we sell them to a recycling company that will burn it for electricity generation. And then I think that covers it. Okay. The breadth of it. Yeah.
That's a lot more than I thought.
A lot going on. We literally recycle everything we touch.
Okay. And how has technology changed the printing world? I mean, I know a lot of industries have been adversely affected and some positive effects. But how about your industry?
Well, at one point in time, we had about 12 more employees than we have now, but yet we're billing at a higher number. So the technology, unfortunately, it erased some career paths. I had people that were 20, 25-year career professionals that technology has erased their job. So in some cases, it's made us very, very efficient. We can do things much faster. I'm absolutely amazed what we can do. Quick example, if you wanted an envelope in full color, addressed, and even with a personalized call-out message to the recipient on the outside of that envelope, you hand me the art for the envelope and the database file. 30 minutes from now, I could be printing those envelopes. Wow. With the prior technologies we had, we're talking weeks. So it's phenomenal.
So you just mentioned that you can personalize advertising.
Oh, absolutely.
Whatever. So,
absolutely.
What is that? Is that got a special name?
Variable data printing.
Variable
is what
data.
they call it.
Okay. All right. I'd heard of that.
See, the actual addressing in the mail area is variable data printing. Some call it a mail merge, but it's more sophisticated than that. We can actually merge images. If you knew your recipient was female, you could change the color scheme on the product to match that. I mean, just whatever you want to do, we can do. It's just amazing. Technology has brought us a lot of tools.
Yeah,
really has.
Us too. So I mean, what we're doing today just wasn't possible not too many years ago. All right, so I guess my last question is I mean, you've had changes. You've been in business a long time.
Yeah, I've seen it.
So what do you see coming in the future as changes?
Well, the technology has just got its foot on the pedal. I mean, it just is screaming fast. Within our printing division, I see us expanding into wide format more. We do some wide format, forgot to mention that. We also have a very sophisticated web ordering system where our clients can order products that print variable like a business card where they can see a live proof on screen and place the order. We can do print on demand where we actually print the product when they place the order. And then fulfillment where we already print the products themselves, pre-package them. It may be even promotional products we actually have sitting on the shelf. And they can log into a secure website and order these products and we print, pack, and pick, pack, and ship them whatever is required. So we're expanding that to offer more in that array. Also looking at wide format. We do some wide format now, but we want to expand into fabrics for signage and outdoor banners. We currently purchase those through wholesale through our LG Creative Promotions company, but we want to bring that in-house. For the LG Creative Promotions, we do quite a bit of screen printing and embroidery on apparel. We're almost at that, I watched the numbers, we're almost at that point now where we can bring that service in-house and do that ourselves versus going through wholesale suppliers. So those are two new revenue streams, and new offerings to customers that we can control the production processes better on if we bring that in-house.
Well, it sounds like you're using technology at every turn. So,
Absolutely.
I mean, you know, so you're embracing that, and that keeps your cost in line, which you can pass on. Let's talk about someone contacting you. What is the process they go through? New customer, and they say, I'm interested in some, you know, doing some brochures or whatever. Do they usually call you and they have the artwork, or what's the process?
Well, I would say that we probably design 40% of what we print, and the other 60% is presented, you know, provided to us by the customer. They might work with an ad agency or, you know, a freelance designer or something like that. So we're accustomed to both.
Okay.
Yeah, they would contact me through our phone number, 757-368-3321, or toll free 877-296-9126, and or email would be best, Jerry, Jerry at progressivegraphics.com.
Okay.
I'm more receptive to contact that way, because then I'll call them back versus them calling him to, you know, find me.
Try to find you.
Yeah, because I'm running around a lot.
Yeah, it sounds like you're a busy guy.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, I am.
Is there anything that I haven't mentioned that you wanted to?
I think we covered it all. Just you know, essentially a marketing services company, and whatever you want to do to get your name out there, and you know, put your best face on in front of your customer. We can produce those products 100% in-house.
No, I've known you for quite a while, and you got a really nice company.
Thank you.
Do great work.
Good people.
Very quality job, and so I can recommend you from my own personal experience. So if you need some printing, marketing, custom products for your business, and get your name out there, and would like to deal with a company that's been doing things right for about 40 years, then you can contact Jerry at Progressive Graphics. His contact information is at the end of this video, and it's also on this page. And I thank you very much for coming in.
Thank you, Roy. Appreciate that.
Appreciate that.
Thanks for having me on the show.
All right.